Time to kick off and take names. Bitches.
So, you ready?
Yes.
Yeah. If you don't know what this is, you're either really, really young and should not be watching this. Well, you probably should be watching this. Or you're not well situated with the Super Nintendo. And you should be. You should be. And just to let you know, this is a game, Dingleberries, with your host, James and...
This is Brian.
Woo! Brian, and today we're choosing a delightful classic. We're doing the 1993 Super Nintendo classic, Star Fox. Let's just hear that music for a while, because this music's so epic. Well, now it's not really doing the music, but we're going to press start and let's play this game. So, Star Fox, let me tell you, this game blew my mind. I think the reason why it blew my mind is, first off, look at those graphics. Yeah, primitive today. But this is probably one of the very first examples of 3D gaming on a console system that you're going to get. I mean, jagged triangles forming something, but this actually is also one of the first games, if not the first, from what I recall, that uses a very special chip to process these visuals, known as the Super FX chip. And only a few other games were able to feature this chip.
It's your call.
Oh, Brian's tossing the ball back to me. I think because I saw Titania, and there's an X and Y here, and I am a man, I'm going to pick the level 2. Chromosome joke. Oh, voice acting in a Super Nintendo game. Here we go. It's coming. I mean, text, of course, but... Wait, oh yeah, here it comes. Yeah! Good luck. I wonder who did the voice of that. Brian, you actually told me something... You just showed me something on your phone. I thought that was really interesting.
Regarding...
Voices.
Oh,
voice acting, yeah.
Yeah, I guess...
Not voices in my head.
Cortana and Toad and Princess Peach are all voiced by the same voice actress.
That is crazy.
And Jen Taylor, I think her name is.
Jen Taylor. Woohoo. And I think that if you've seen our Knights of the Republic video, I mentioned that Cortana was done by Jennifer Hale. I was incorrect. But Jennifer Hale does a lot of notable voices in video games. I think y'all forgive me. Oh snaps, I forgot the controls. I wasted one of my bombs. I haven't played this game for a while. But essentially, you press that Y button. It's like the less pale button on the controller. Pretty much there's 2 types of button colors on the Super Nintendo controller. 3 if you really want to get to the start. You have dark gray, dark purple, and this weird light gray purple on the controller. It's a very nice, simple design. And we're talking about the Super Nintendo, not the Super Famicom, because I know that's more elaborate. But it also has this weird, like, up goes down is up controls. I know that's more popular with flight games, but... Oh, crap. That is the brake. B is brake, A is... A is the bomb. Okay, everybody, we're going to learn how bad I forgot the controllers for Star Fox. That's how this video is going to start. What do you think, Brian?
Hey, it takes some getting used to, especially when you're used to playing other games.
That is true. But this game is an on-rail flight shooter, but it just has all of its secrets. It's fun to play, got a great soundtrack. I mean, I could just listen to the soundtrack for hours and probably not get annoyed like a lot of other games. But it is just beautiful. I don't care. I know there's much more relevant 3D games with better, smoother geometry, but you know what? Give me an old Star Fox. You know what's even more awesome? Press the select button a few times, and you get into... I'm trying to get to there. It won't let me do it. Oh gosh, I'm gonna figure these controls out. Okay, so, okay, X is accelerate, everybody. B is brake. You know they're across from each other. A drops the bomb, not the F bomb, and you keep on mashing away the Y button. It makes you just shoot the primary cannons here, which you could also upgrade to twin blasters and such. And you also have your wingmen. I'm not talking about the ones that take you that get you ladies. I'm talking about ones such as Skippy, a frog, who is probably the most annoying, least favorite of any wingman you're ever going to have. Especially in Star Fox 64, when you hear his voice, it's like, "Help me, Fox! Help me!" You have Falco, who is a douche, but he's so badass at the same time. It's kind of like the Top Gun Ice of this crew. And you have Fox McCloud, whose father's name is James. Here's the weird thing. His name is Fox. He's a fox, but his dad just has a normal Anglo-Saxon name like James. Don't you find that weird, Brian? I'm not his father, by the way.
It's a little odd.
Yeah.
Maybe Fox is only half fox, and so.
And he's half human.
Yeah.
When you see his dad is pretty foxy. And I'm not talking about his looks either. I mean, I'm talking about his looks in terms of being an animal, but I'm not talking about like him being foxy like I would do his dad, because that would make no sense. That'd be bestiality and all sorts of other things going on at the same time.
We definitely do not promote that here at Red Button Jam Fest.
First time we mentioned our site on this video is just to inform everyone that the site does not hold a view that promotes bestiality, just to let you know. I just love how this take is like, I'm gonna get you, I'm gonna run you over, and then just turns around. I mean, if it completed its whole path, because I am on rails, he probably would knock me out. Just saying, I'm just questioning his take's ability. Like, does this take really want me to beat it, or does this take kind of suicide thought?
If you look at it, it's like, you know, hit me here, flashing, glowing red, yellow, and orange lights. You know, come get me. This is the best spot to hit me at to kill me.
Oh, there's Pepe. He's like the old rabbit. He's like, I know your dad. We knew each other. I'm going to tell you what to do, Fox. And Falco's the one that's suffering the worst. I think I shot him a few times. Because I wanted to. He's a douche. Ooh, look at that transition wipe. Alright, where are we going now, Brian?
Looks like Sector X.
Sector X. Yeah. Let me tell you about Star Fox. You know, a lot of this talk might go off to Star Fox 64 because that's another great game. The original Star Fox, I totally remember playing. Oh, there we go. There's the comic. I was trying to do this before. This is my melting. Even though I don't really like playing this mode, I just like the idea that you can do first-person flight shooting on this game. It even does a little, like, if you're doing a spin, it actually gives you orientation, not by twirling the screen around, which would be disorienting, it actually does it by those arrows. Which I thought was pretty nice. Nice little touch. But this is definitely a good Nintendo chip. And you want to find something fascinating? They actually did make a sequel to this. And I'm not talking about Star Fox 64 either. They actually made Star Fox 2 for the Super Nintendo. And it was so close to being finished, but they pulled the plug on it. But there is, like, you could buy ROMs of the game that's in the Super Nintendo cartridge. Bill did that, and you actually could play Star Fox 2, which introduced new flyers you can play as, a multiplayer mode. This is actually a legitimate game that Nintendo was so close to finishing. They didn't release it. They wasted all their money on it.
That's a lot of money you wasted.
Yeah, it was a legitimate sequel. I want to get my hands on it, so if I do, that might be a topic for a future video. But I know my friend Bill has it, and he puts it up to my face every day that he has this illegitimate copy of Star Fox 2, but it's real. It's a real thing. And it's funny that I found out about this way later in life, and I'm just like, really? They had a sequel to this? You know, before Star Fox 64, which is, you know, anybody knows what kind of sequel that is. It's amazing. So about these ship designs, are these ship designs practical? Do you see, like, in the future, animals flying spaceships like this that bounce around on platforms in space?
Realistically, no.
Really? Whoa!
Although, maybe this is like Planet of the Apes future, and the animals did take over.
That's right. A virus spread. These are super smart animals. Look at frickin' Slippy. He has a frickin' trucker hat on. I don't know why I saved him just now either. I could have just let that bastard die. Bastard frog. Uh-oh. I should be paying attention to the game. It's basically a battle of 3 triangles fighting rhombuses and trapezoids while avoiding crosses and bars.
Gotta love geometry.
Gotta love it. If 6th grade geometry was like this game, I would have enjoyed it more. Oh shit!
See, this is
Six up too fast. I mean, I don't know.
This is what happens when you have too many unfinished construction projects.
In space. Crap! My crap! Oh! I died. Brian, you get the controller.
Alright.
I am physically passing controller to Sir Brian Flanagan. Stage dose. You can hit the select button if you want to change your view. Yeah. Because that's usually not the preferred view. So. Oh, you're helping out Peppy here. Good deal. So, wow, Star Fox. I just want to revel in that music. Holy crap. This construction project went wrong.
Yes, it did.
We just seen, just to date this video a little bit, we saw Guardians of the Galaxy. Do you think that these guys could be in the same universe as Guardians of the Galaxy?
Oh, that's the end of me.
Rocky
actually,
Raccoon flying a ship?
We very well could be one of his comrades or something.
Yeah, all the cybernetic animals gone wrong.
See, you know what's interesting is they didn't name him as a, you know, he's like, obviously he's a raccoon and he's like the cybernetic thing. Did they actually name that he's from Earth though? Because obviously, like, the main character, Star-Lord's from Earth, but is the raccoon from Earth too? I'm assuming he is.
I'm assuming because that's the animal you can only find on Earth.
Yeah.
Or, I would guess so. I mean, unless raccoons figure a way to go off to other planets through space without maybe hijacking another board of crap or something. Or evolution favored their design on other planets.
Yeah.
Oh shit. This is the part that's going to get us. Oh, and I have the control right now, everybody. I'm just going to twirl around. Whee! Whee! That's the best part.
You know, I'm looking out here into space and I noticed,
Oh crap.
why did he just move off like half a mile to the left or right where there isn't those giant...
It's like a weird on-rails experience of Star Fox.
Well, no, I know that, but I'm saying, like, in real life, why wouldn't he just do that?
I don't know. These animals are not quite smart.
No, apparently not. I mean, they know, like, physics and stuff to be able to launch into space and know all this stuff.
Oh, look at that face. That's a face a mom could enjoy. That's going in your nightmares.
Yeah.
He's playing a little visible piano right there. Can you imagine what kind of piano he's, what tune he's playing? Is he playing Moonlight Sonata?
See, is those the hand from,
Smash Brothers?
Smash Brothers?
Yeah. This whole time Andros is that hand that was bringing the figures to life. We're gonna keep on trying, peeps. Don't worry. We're not done yet. Oh yeah, I should have looked at that screen. It actually tells you the controls on the controller.
Alright, we're going a little easier this time.
Yeah. We'll start off at Corneria. Look at that planet. It's all water.
I see a little land there.
A little bit, like what, the right? Little piece of patch. Star Fox team, our last resort is to counter. Good luck. Oh wait, let's scramble them eggs. Scramble them eggs. Scramble them eggs. Oh man, who's your favorite Star Fox character?
Fox.
Hell yeah. You know what my favorite is? Falco, because he's a douche. Thanks for saving me, Fox!
What was your first experience with this game?
Little kid, little young boy, in front of my TV with the Super Nintendo. I think I got this as a Christmas gift, now I'm trying to trace back. And definitely not one of my first games I got on the Super Nintendo, but that would be Super Mario World. But it just definitely was a doozy. I remember playing this game so much. And the weird thing about this game is, even though it wasn't quite a multiplayer game, I remember my friend Jonathan Clark didn't have a Super Nintendo, and guy I bring up a lot. Good man. But he would come over and watch me play these games. Yeah, that kind of jerk. Even back then, I was doing Game Dingleberries, I wasn't even recording. And he was like thoroughly entertained by this game, by me watching it. You know, not to sound weird, but that was the case. You know, you shared the controller a little bit. Me, I'm just like, now it's a Star Fox. I'm gonna keep on playing. This game's amazing. Oh crap! Whoa! Can you imagine this game being 3D? I know they did like a 3DS.
Well, the closest thing would probably be Red Alarm on the Virtual Boy.
Oh god. What a piece of crap that turned out to be.
Yeah, I didn't hate it actually. I didn't own one, but I played it in the stores.
Yeah, I actually wanted one when it first came out, like, because I remember playing the Virtual Boy at Blockbuster, and they had Mario Tennis, and the game itself was fun, and then the idea of them coming at you was for, especially me at that age, was just crazy. I think the sad part of that was actually one of the last creations of the guy that created the Game Boy. And they pitched it as a portable system when really it wasn't a portable system. I don't see anybody on a train walking around with that on the stand or strapped to their head. You know, that was definitely a home console marketed as the wrong thing, priced very heavily. Plus, you really need to get used to seeing the color red. And I'm not just talking about our website either.
Red Button Jam Fest.
Red Button Jam Fest. I guess we should get a Virtual Boy. It pretty much was promoting our site way before we even did the site. It had red buttons, it did red color. Oh, it even had Waterworld in it. What a great movie. I think that system literally had like 11 to 13 games. Like its catalog is just that small because it just didn't last that long.
Do people make non-licensed games for it too?
Ooh, like they do a Dreamcast and stuff like that?
Yeah.
I'm going to guess no. The only reason I think that way is I think that kind of technology for it was expensive.
Yeah.
I could be wrong. There could be some person from Vietnam who made a legit Virtual Boy copy of Soul Calibur or something. And Enemy. If you didn't know that it was an enemy, it has to tell you right on the screen. And how did you know the life bar?
Yeah.
See, Star Fox 64 explained this with Skippy. Like in Star Fox 64, one of the changes they did was they gave each of your team members a purpose. Like Skippy actually was the one that gave you health readouts for bosses and stuff like that. You know, they each had their little bonuses. You know, essentially instead of just having to tag along any witty liners of "you're gonna do a barrel roll," they had a purpose in the game itself. And of course, they gave Skippy the most important, which is knowing enemy health. But this game, they don't explain that. So it's like, how the hell do you know how damaged this blue box with gray triangular boxes next to it? I think I'm wondering too much about that.
Thinking too deeply about it.
Thinking too deep. Whoa! Look at the explosion in the Super Nintendo era. That's flashy.
I remember I first played this game at Target.
Oh man. Well, how did you feel when you first played this game at Target?
It was freaking amazing. I remember taking turns with people in line. When you died, you had to pass off the controller, kind of like what we're doing.
This is bringing you back to those good old days?
Yeah.
Did anybody like really fire the controller, or did they have a good honor system?
A pretty good honor system. Plus, it had the system they had set up had like a reset.
Mm-hmm.
So after X amount of minutes, you would just get as far as you could, and then the system would reboot. I think
I kind of miss that. You know, they still have those in stores, but not as prominently.
right.
Even the Best Buy, it still doesn't have a Wii U display, which
Yeah.
makes no sense whatsoever for Nintendo. It's, you know, it's weird. Even though there's other Best Buys that have that display. Switch out of there. Now we're going through an asteroid belt. I mean, this is the story of this game. I mean, I love how stories were back in this day because they're just pretty simple. This is Fox's team, and they're getting invaded by some emperor by the name of Andros, who's a lot of bad heat towards Fox and his father, I guess. And Andros just sends a bunch of crazy flying things at people and expect to rule the world.
You know this. I know there's a comic book made after this game. It was supposed to like carry on the story and stuff like that.
Really? Star Fox is definitely a game I can't wait for them to bring back in the Wii U. They hinted at it at E3, and I was super freaking joyful because you didn't see Star Fox in the Wii at all.
No.
Whatsoever. It was on GameCube.
Which is really too bad because I mean the Wii really brought itself to like with if you ever played the Wii version of Mario Kart with the steering wheel.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it should be so much fun to like turn and stuff if you had like to like be in the game, like to be like that would be like your controller would be to just spin around and stuff.
Spin around and do all that kind of stuff. It's kind of one of those franchises that Nintendo kind of kept on the cooler for a while.
Yeah.
Because on the GameCube you had Star Fox Adventures, which was originally made as a completely different game from Rare. It had nothing to do with Star Fox, and then Miyamoto was like, this needs to be a Star Fox game. So they kind of shoehorned in Star Fox elements into their Zelda type game.
The GameCube one?
Yeah, the GameCube Star Fox Adventures was originally known as Dinosaur Planet. And they shoehorned attached it to Star Fox.
Yeah, it wasn't a bad game, but
yeah, it was alright, but it's based on Miyamoto if you're wondering. And I love Miyamoto, so don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to diss the guy, but it's definitely a case of one of his ideas not being the greatest. And then they had one made by Namco, of all people, and that was where they could go on foot too, and that was just not the greatest. I think it's called Star Fox Assault. So, but ever since then, they haven't made one. And here's my little wish list. Like, you know, now they're talking about Star Fox like for the Wii U. Here's my wish list for Star Fox and the Wii U. The obvious ones. It looks great, like this, but with current day graphics.
Yeah.
Of course, having the same kind of gameplay style, but I would love to see some of the controls in the gamepad. What I would really love to see is online multiplayer. Would it be cool if Slippy was actually played by a real person?
Yes.
That you know? Like actually a true 4-player story-based co-op that can split and go around these levels. I mean, Nintendo hasn't had the best track record with online gaming. Mario Kart 8, promising. But still, they have a little ways to go. I really hope they make Star Fox on the Wii U a more online experience. Because I would totally say this is both a cooperative and a competitive game. What'd you say, Brian? What's your wish list for that?
You know, do it right. I mean, take your time with it. Don't be rushed.
Whoa! What a jerk!
He rammed me.
He rammed you hard. Well, at least we're kind of closer to finishing stage 2 for this track than the other one.
That's true.
I have to admit, my gameplay skills have weakened over time when it comes to playing old school games. I feel like as a little kid this was much easier. But again, as a little kid I had the power of Nilla wafers. Gotta love Nilla wafers. Oh, we're sponsored by Nilla wafers, by the way. Just letting you know.
Yeah, no, not really.
Yeah, we're not. But if they want to, give me a bunch of free Nilla wafers. Oh, bye, partner. I like how he just was there to shoot random lasers in the middle of nowhere, not hitting anything, and he just flew off like, oh. Yeah, checkpoint system. Thank you. Almost felt like I was going to play the whole level again.
Nice.
Gotta love it. You know, now that we're playing the Super Nintendo, how did it feel playing this controller?
It's a great controller. I really like it. It's one of my top controllers.
It is. I mean, it introduced shoulder buttons, it had the 4-controller style, and the D-pad's always been slick. Oh crap, he's gonna ram me. I'm staying up. I'm staying up the court. I'm not the one to go down right, you silly arrows. Jerk arrows. I'm not gonna get rammed by this big motherfucker. Big motherfucker. Okay, here we go. Oh, he's detaching. He's transforming. Wait, no, he's not transforming. I was. Oh, he still has one more little thingy. Okay. Oh, there we go. Shit, I knew it was gonna happen. You little sneaky ship, you. Hey, it's a couple hexagons.
Beware the diamond in the middle.
Yeah. Whoa. Don't head towards the light. If they would have made this game now, like had a soundtrack, what kind of soundtrack would it have? Let's not go. I'm saying, and plus techno's off the table. Like non-vocal based music's off the table. You have to think of vocal based soundtrack.
Oh, I don't know. I was gonna say like techno music would probably be like what it would be.
See, I was trying to make it hard. It's still pretty hard. Hard like this ship. Bonus 1 credit. You get a fox head for that one.
Nice.
Whoa! Time warp into the bliss. Whoa! When you're a little kid, I remember just getting so enveloped in this game. Like you get enveloped by games, and when you play them now, you kind of wonder how you were. I don't know. So I thought this would be a fun experience. The Andros Space Armada. The Space Armada consists of powerful battleships. Destroy their energy cores. 2 exclamation points, not just 1 or 3.
That's what Deputy Dog had to tell you.
Deputy Dog. He's Deputy Dog with shades.
Yeah.
Take a bite out of crime. It wants to put me in this cockpit view. Cockpit view.
But no, you won't let it.
I'm not gonna let it. I won't. Ah. Ooh, twin blasters. It's crazy raining out there.
It is. I can hear it. That's rare. Well, it rains sometimes here in monsoon season, but it's coming down real hard.
For all those that don't know, we're like in the desert. So seeing this rain is amazing to us. Whereas everyone else is like, eh.
Yeah.
Seattle's probably like, who cares? We get that 9 times out of 10. Weirdos. What our Seattle audience is saying. I speak for the Seattle audience. But you were telling me about something that I'd never seen. I know the magazine because I used to read both Electronic Game Monthly and Game Pro. But what did Game Pro do?
Oh yeah, I was telling you earlier about a show GamePro TV.
Oh shit.
And yeah, it was on. I think it was in like 1990, 1991. I think they had like 2 or 3 seasons of it. And it was a fun TV show that it was obviously sponsored by the company.
Yeah.
And
I don't know where I'm going. I'm in some big ass hallway now. Gotta make sure to
teaching you how to use the L and R buttons.
Yeah. Just don't get hit by moving obstacle course. Ooh, I actually avoided that. That surprised me. So it's so 90s. You're telling me that the guys had like the Guile hairstyle.
Yeah. Yeah, it was.
Gotta love the early 90s. It was a weird like 80s and 90s transition. Oh, I passed through on the little visible wireframe shit.
Your shields went up too.
Oh yeah. All about that shield. We're not talking about the Marvel shield either. Which I never really... I only saw one episode of that show. Talk about random talk. What do you think about the Shield TV show?
The Shield?
Yeah, the Shield.
Oh, actually, I really liked it. For some, there's no reason why I stopped watching. I mean, I just got too busy, I guess, or whatever.
Yeah.
I was actually watching I was never available to watch it when it came on TV, so I was watching on the website. And then I don't know, I just got busy and didn't go to the website. But
not to cut off here about the Shield, but I just realized something. These are the big elaborate ships, right? You're going through the hallways. I just took one out because it had 3 well-exposed diamond-shaped weak points. You just hit those and the whole thing crashed. How practical is that? We built a mighty big battleship, but it could be easily taken out by a few blaster shots on just the side. And why would you face the side towards your enemy? This makes no sense. Andros is an idiot. He wants to waste all this minerals and metal so easily. Is that his true evil plan?
just waste as much material as possible.
I mean, think about it. He just made a huge battleship that's supposed to house all these little small ones. You could destroy it by hitting just 3 diamonds on the side. That was it. There's no going through a core for that ship. There's no like having to blast with some really serious armor-piercing laser shots at it. Like it was literally 3 diamonds that took it down. That one I just took down by shooting the window. Or I think it's a window. It's like a red thing.
Huh.
I'm just questioning this game. We're actually getting pretty far this time. Ooh.
Oh.
You can tell the game is intense when it actually does its own slow-mo.
Yeah.
I think it's not intentional slow-mo. Those little shards. Nice little touch like that brings you into this game.
Nice. More shields.
It makes you wonder, like, you know, Atari, Age of Gaming was all about things going boom and just black and white space. I think this is just an evolution of the Atari games.
Yeah.
Right here. Do you think there's any, like, recent examples that are like Star Fox? Like, on-rail shooters like this? I mean, you got Panzer Dragoon, it was quasi like this. No Man's Sky, which is like the idea that you can fly a ship to other planets and or whatever, but it's not quite like this. Like,
nothing
was
exactly.
anybody inspired by Star Fox?
I mean, the ability to be able to be on a plane and shoot and use like the controls of doing like down is up is down, like you're in a plane. That's used in like GTA 5 when you're flying planes and stuff.
So GTA 5, inspired by Star Fox. We said here first. This is like the Ninja Warrior of obstacle courses right here.
Yeah.
It's just like they built stairs and ladders and doors just to conveniently have your ship fly past them. Not a solid wall. Like, if this hallway had a solid wall, Fox would be screwed.
Yeah, why would they design it like this?
Yeah.
It just really doesn't make much sense.
Here's why I theorize. I think Andros does not have plans to conquer the world. He's actually televising this. He wants to show the crazy flying skills of Fox because he knows Dad was so good at it. And he just wants to do it in the most practical way ever. Like, Fox does not want to be a part of his entertainment program. So he's like, you know what? I'm just going to pretend I'm attacking these planets, and I'm going to design these obstacle courses that anybody with incredible skills could just bypass easily. Not because I'm really serious about ruling the world or anything like that. And I'll film it. And we're watching a film. What do you think about that idea?
Makes sense to me.
This is the Truman Show. This is Star Truman Show. Truman Fox. Oh shit.